Hey, how is everybody doing today? I hope everybody is doing well. Let me tell you, I am not. This has been one hell of a video, which I am on my third time trying to finish or even start. Halfway through, somebody called, disconnected me. Almost, maybe a quarter through again. It just shuts down on me. Now let's see if I can actually make it through this video. Again, I hope everybody else is doing well today. On top of that, I'm still feeling like crap. I am 2 weeks into this, and I have 2 weeks to go from what everybody else went through. And I guess that's it for me, besides looking just as sick as I am and feeling pretty crappy. And again, third time hopefully is a charm, and I will finish this video. Once again, I'm going to say I've been putting off a video for a while. It's been maybe 4 days. Because I just don't have time. And I've been so into trying to get these done for you and some other important videos done. But I'm going to tell you about it. If you want to look it up and get more information on it, maybe you'll find some, maybe you won't because of the circumstances. In Miami, there was a retired officer who decided to go by an establishment that he frequented. For unknown reasons, he decided this morning to drive by and discharge his weapon into the establishment with employees inside. I think they were setting up for business. And again, that's all the story you got. Which they like to not give much information in those stories because they like to try to get their friends out of the situation. Which again, we'll go over, is not justice, and it is not a legal, fair, or right way of handling it when everybody has different ways they want to handle cases, and people are held to different, how do you want to say it, ways of punishment, and whether they walk away with nothing, walk away with a slap on the wrist, or a normal person like you and me who would probably see 10 to 20 years in jail or more. So justice is not being served, nor is it being fair, because in the right way, the law is supposed to be handled. We're all supposed to be treated equally, which we are not. It all comes down to who you know, who you do, who you buddy with, who has money, who can buy their way out of it, who has connections, etc., etc. And we'll leave it at that. So, with that said, let's try again to start off with the protocols that I've read halfway through and have been cut off several times. And please forgive me. I did buy some cheap reading glasses from the store. They did help a little bit. Though they're not prescription, I don't want to mess up my eyes too much worse by them not being the actual, because some people say it's okay, some people say no, it has to be the right prescription or it can make your eyes worse. On top of that, because they're cheap ones, I don't feel comfortable wearing them on here yet. I would like to wait and see if I can get, one that fits me and my face. So, wish me luck in that when I have to do it. All right, let's get started and see if we can actually get through this without somebody calling in the times they know not to call this number. And if it's going to shut off on me again for some stupid reason. And I'm thinking it was the weather, because the weather's, going through a cold front coming in right now, and it's very cloudy and windy. So this area that I work in is kind of a dead zone. So I want to say I lost my connection, but it still should not have shut my phone down. So I don't know what that was about. All right, so let's get started. Protocol 9. There will be a transition period. In order to put public opinion into our hands, we must bring it into a state of bewilderment. in giving so many contradictory opinions that the goyim, us, the little stupid people, will lose their heads because we just don't get it, even though we've been dealing with it for centuries. In the labyrinth, and come to see that the best thing is to have no opinion of any kind in political matters. Protocols 5, paragraph 10. And then in order for the people to become accustomed to obedience, it is necessary to give lessons in humility. So you want us stupid little people to shut our mouths, not say a word, not have opinions, nothing, especially politics, while you humiliate us to teach us lessons. Yeah, okay, that's going to happen. And therefore, to reduce the productions of articles of luxury. And again, as I said 2 other times, what is that? Our toilet paper? Because that's our item of luxury that people have been fighting over since this slowing down production during a pandemic is our toilet paper. And although I was the one being asked, can you reach this? Can you get this? Because I'm a little taller. And I was trying to get everything down and hand it out evenly. People think that, oh, I deserve it more than you do. Oh, I deserve twice as many rolls. No, honey, you deserve just what everybody else is getting. And you people who hoard the stuff, come on. Like, have some morals and humanity and every other thing that you could have to be a decent person. And we all know that not everybody's decent and there's a lot of greed, but come on. But that's our luxury you're attacking. And when I get a little further, you get more of this. We shall reestablish small master productions, which will mean laying a mine under the, sorry, lost my place. What is wrong with me? I read this 3 times and didn't have a problem. Now I'm just like blanked out for a minute. I'm sorry. Under the minds of a private capital of manufacturers. Sorry. I don't know why I just spaced out. I guess it's the fogginess. I can't even talk of being sick. And probably because I'm so frustrated doing this 3 times over. Okay, let me start in the beginning of that sentence. We shall reestablish small master productions, which will mean lying a mine under the private capital of manufacturers. Protocol 23, paragraph 1. Again, so sorry, I don't even know where I went for that couple seconds. In the resulting chaos, people will fail to understand one another, and that's where I said we would get to that part. People fail to understand that we got to treat each other kindly with respect and dignity and humanity, and don't steal all the toilet paper, people. What is wrong with you? And stop hoarding it, you know? And then when we get our toilet paper back, our luxury, it's 10 times the freaking price. Are you kidding me? Anyways, I thought that was funny because that's the only thing I could think of that people were really fighting over during this pandemic was literally toilet paper. I could say sanitizer too, but people found ways around that. But you could not find no toilet paper, and some people had like closets full of it, garages full of it. We're buying it all and then trying to sell it out of a warehouse for 10 times the price like they are the stores right now. They get in trouble, but the stores get away with it. It doesn't make any sense, but that made me laugh. Okay, we're done with that. Let's move on. Okay. It will discourage any kind of personal initiative which might hinder our affair in any degree. There is nothing more dangerous than personal initiative. If it has genius behind it, such initiative can do more harm to us than can be done by millions of people among whom we have shown discord. So, anybody with any sense is what they're saying. Like, we're so stupid that we're not a threat, but one person with a lot of sense is a dangerous person to them. You better think again, because there's different kinds of smarts, which I've said all my life, and one day it's going to pay off, and it's going to pay off here soon. Okay. We must so direct the education of the Goyim communities that whenever they come upon a matter requiring initiative, they may drop their hands in despairing impotence. We shall so wear down the Goyim that they will offer us international power that will enable us, without any violence, gradually to absorb all the states' forces of the world and to form a super government. In place of the rulers of today, we shall set up a super government administration. Its hands will reach out in all directions, and its organization will be of such colossal dimensions that it cannot fail to subdue all the nations of the world. Protocol 5, paragraph 11. The moment of the recognition of our despot will come when the peoples, utterly worried by the by the incompetence of their rulers, a matter which we shall arrange for, will cry out, away with them, give us one king over all of the earth who will unite us and annihilate the causes of disorder, who will give us peace and quiet which we cannot find under rulers and representatives. Okay, us stupid little people are supposed to be humiliated, keep our mouths shut, have nothing to say, give up all our rights, and at that point we'll cry out for you to put a king on a throne that's going to do even worse to us. Are you serious? Okay. And we're going to get rid of the bad representatives to get even worse ones. I have to laugh because it's just so stupid in my eyes, and maybe for the people who don't see it, they don't get it. Like, they really don't get it. And they probably would be stupid enough. If you're not seeing this yet, you might be stupid enough to vote these people in and put a crown on the devil's head. That's all I can say, which would be the stupidest thing a human being can do at any point in time. Literally, they want to crown Satan and put him to lead the world. And that's basically who they worship. Well, it is. It's not basically. It is, whether you want to believe it or not. And I try to be careful because some people are, we don't believe in it. It doesn't matter what you believe in. It matters what they believe in. And they worship Satan. And these people give their souls to Satan to have all the luxuries. And I'm not talking about toilet paper. I'm talking about money and greed and mansions and, whatever car they want to drive. That's what they get it from, is making a deal with the devil. Are you kidding me? If you haven't figured that out by now throughout history, and also people who've made documentaries in the last maybe several years, 10, 20 years, that are telling you what the rich are into and what what Hollywood is all about. Come on, you don't, and you want to act like you don't have a clue? If you ever vote for a super government, you're the dumbest person on earth. Or the dumbest people, whoever do vote for it. You got to be the dumbest people on this earth. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be real. It's out there. And just because people want to live in denial because they don't want to have to face something is ridiculous to me. And I think it's more so the people who have never really had to face anything in their life. They're scared to face things. You know, the people who have really faced things in their lives are the less fortunate. They've had to struggle. They've had to face the hardest times that people could ever imagine facing. Especially when our government is so freaking corrupt and uncaring, unsupportive. They don't give a crap about the people or the citizens of the world. They only care about themselves and getting richer and, you know, living like they have everything in the world, even though half of them are dirt poor because their money's so tied up in the assets that they don't even own, trying to live above their means. And when it comes down to it, they end up losing everything. Or other bad things happen. But regardless, they're not financially stable as they'd like to think. If they lived their, the way they should, not above their means, they'd be very well off. They'd be where I would definitely be comfortable. But people that live like that don't know what it's like to struggle. They don't know what it's like to have to work hard and scrape your way to the top. It's a lot easier to say you understand people in those situations when you have money, but you don't. And you don't know what it's like. And you can't even imagine what it's like. Especially when in every turn you got something knocking you or beating you down. And I deal with that on a regular basis. Every time I feel like I get ahead, some kind of crap has to happen. And it's usually the government behind it. So with their fake laws and their fake rights and their fake, everything that they want to throw at people that they really don't have the right to. And then, the struggle because they want to keep everybody down, us goyim, down and poor and stupid, like we just go along with it. And for a long time people have, because they didn't know any better and they felt powerless and they were brainwashed. But it's time to wake up and realize you don't need to stick in that brainwashing. Get it out of your head, realize that you have a life and some rights, and get with us and let's take our rights back. It's that simple. Because nobody had the power or the rights to take your rights to begin with. So it's not that hard to get them back. You just need to think. Really think. All right, let's move on because I don't want to waste too much time. Okay, where were we? Okay. They were going to give us peace. Oh, I don't even know if I read that, but I got to the part where they wanted to annihilate us, the causes of the disorder, who will give us peace and quiet, which we cannot find under our... Yes, I did read all of that. And then I went on my rant. Sorry. Okay. Then will the mob exhale... Wait. Oh, sorry. Then will the mob exalt us and bear up their hands in an unanimous triumph. I'm not good with that word. Triumphy of hope and expectations, voting which we have made the instrument which will set us on the throne of the world. We then have served its... That doesn't sound right. On the throne of the world. Will then, it's just the way it's worded, will then have served its purpose and will play its part for the last time. Protocols 10, 4 and 8... for paragraph 18. I don't know why I wrote it that way. Wait. Oh, It's Protocols 10, paragraph 4, and 18. I never had it like that before, so I forgot. I wrote this like 5 days ago. Let me read that again. Then with the mobs exalt us to bear up their hands in an anonymous triumphy of hopes and what the hell is wrong with me? Expectations, voting which we have made the instrument which will set us on the throne of the world, when then have served its purpose and will play its part for the last time. Protocols 10, paragraph 4 and 18. Oh my God, I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. I was just doing so good, and then it was like every other word. And I have no problem reading. I have no problem when I'm practicing. I don't know, again, if it's nerves or what it is, or just because my head's so foggy right now. Oh, God help me. But I'm human. You know what? People screw up. And it's funny because I would never read in school because I was so afraid of stumbling. And now I just don't care. I don't care. And nobody's perfect. So love me, hate me, enjoy me. It's up to you. I just want to help people and make them happy. If you want to pick at me or whatever, I don't care. I can laugh right along with anybody. Okay. Triumphy. Is that how you say it? Triumphy? I'm still stuck on why I can't say that word. Okay. The new kingdom will be blood curdling. This is where we get into some good stuff about these God people of God, God-fearing people, that they make you think they're into God. Please. 1 minute they're saying they worship the devil, and the next minute God has put them here. This, I just don't understand. How they expect you to believe anything they say. Okay, the new kingdom will be blood curdling. We shall create an intensified centralization of government in order to grip in our hands all the forces of the community. We shall regulate all the actions of the political life of our subjects by new laws. These laws will withdraw one by one all liberties of the Goyim. They want to take all our liberties, a stupid little Goyim, and we're going to just give it up and jump and beg for them to fix everything and take all of our rights and annihilate us and humiliate us. Are you kidding me? Okay. These laws will withdraw one by one all liberties of the Goyim, and our king will be distinguished by a despotism of such despotism of such magnificence, proportions that we can wipe out any Goyim who opposes us by deed or word. Protocol 5, paragraph 1. Okay. The word freedom brings out the communities of men to fight against every kind of force, against every kind of authority, even against God and the law of nature. For this reason, when we come into our kingdom, we shall have to erase this word freedom There goes your liberties, there goes your freedoms, and so forth, as I just said. From the lexicon of life as implying a principle of brute force which turns mobs into bloodthirsty beasts. Protocol 3, paragraph 20. Now they're saying men turn into bloodthirsty beasts. But that is exactly who these people are. They're bloodthirsty beasts. They are cruel, disgusting. I can't even say it on here, but bloodthirsty beasts. And so on. And they make it sound like we're these horrible people that are like them and they need to clean us out. But they talk about all this nasty stuff they want to do to us, just normal citizens, just because we're normal citizens. It doesn't make sense. And all of this is just disgusting and gruesome, and for no reason. It's just absolutely absurd. But let's just keep reading. Freedom is the right to do that which the law allows. Okay? All freedom will thus be in our hands. Protocols 12, paragraph 2. In our programs, 1/3 of our subjects will keep the rest under observation from a sense of duty on the principle of volunteer services to the state. It will then be no disgrace to be a spy or an informant, but a merit. Protocol 17, paragraph 7. I just keep, fading in and out. I am really feeling nasty right now. So I kind of understand earlier. For some reason, I just keep kind of blanking out. And then I got to figure out where I'm at and and what word I'm on. I'm sorry, but sick or not, I wanted to do this, and I'm trying to have a good time with it and keep it light. And I hope when you watch it, you have a good, watch, I guess. I don't know how else to say it, but enjoy it and get a good laugh. I feel kind of out there right now. When you're sick, you're kind of spacey and whatever. And I have a good time with stuff like that. I don't want to take it serious. So whatever. When we at last definitely come into our kingdom by the aid of, now, I'm not so good with this word, cuspditate, I don't know, it's another, but I know it doesn't sound like that. I'm trying to think of how it sounds. Cuspditate. I don't know, it's COUPSD apostrophe E, but the apostrophe's up top. TAT. Cuspditate. I don't know, whatever. I'm trying to hear it how she says it, but it's been too long since I heard her say it, because again, this was written 5 days ago when I last listened to it. Okay, prepared everywhere for one and the same day shall we make it our task to see the plots against us shall no longer exist. When we last definitely come into our kingdom by the aid of whatever, compared everywhere for one and the same day, we shall make it our task to see that plots against us shall no longer exist. With this purpose, we shall slay without mercy. They shall slay without mercy all who take arms to oppose our coming into our kingdom. Every kind of new situation of anything like a secret society will be punished with death. Those now in existence are known to us, serve us, and have served us. But we shall disband them and send them into exile to continents far removed from Europe. In this way, we shall proceed with those Goy Masons who know too much. So they're going to take their Goy Masons that know too much and send them to other continents. Those we may spare will be kept in constant fear of exile from Europe as the center of our rule. Protocol 15, paragraph 1. So you might be killed, you might be held close, you might go to exile. Who knows? And that's just being on their team and on their side. One authority will be glorious because it will be all-powerful. Our authority will be the crown of order. And in that is included the whole happiness of man. Protocol 22, paragraph 4. Okay. We, the lawgivers, shall execute judgment and sentence. We shall slay and we shall spare. We rule by force or will, and the weapons in our hands are limitless ambitions, burning greediness, merciless vengeance, hate, and malice. Protocol 9, paragraph 3. That's a lot of mean shit right there. Excuse my French. They want to take care of you. They are going to be the rulers. They are going to make peace and this and that. But they are going to exile us and vengeance and hatred and malice and abuse and whatever. Humiliate. Murder. Okay. And that's who you want running your country and ruling us people. I don't think so. Not going to happen. Okay. Resolutions of our government will be final, without appeal. Protocols 15, paragraph 2. Judges decide as we dictate them. In other words, just like now, they make the calls, not the judges. And they will do and say what they want done and said. Protocols 15, paragraph 10. When the time of our avert rule comes, all our laws will be brief, plain, stable, without any kind of interpretations, so that anyone will be in a position to know them perfectly. The main feature is submission to orders, and this principle will be carried to a grandiose height. Protocol 15, paragraph 12. Let me see my time. Okay. Criminals will be arrested at the first more or less well-grounded suspicion. Again, you don't even have to be guilty. You could be absolutely innocent, but they can think of something to arrest you on and do whatever they want with you. Criminals will be arrested at the first more or less well-grounded suspicion. It cannot be allowed that out of fear of possible mistake, an opportunity should be given of escape to persons suspected of a crime. For in these matters we shall be literally merciless. Protocol 18, paragraph 9. We shall re-educate the universities in a new direction. Their officials and professors will be prepared by distilled secret programs of actions and will be so placed as to be whole dependent upon the government. Protocol 16, paragraph 1. We shall replace the studies of ancient history with the studies of the program of the future. We of previous centuries. Oh, wait. We shall, I skipped the line. We shall erase from the memory of men all facts of previous centuries. All right, I'm going to start all over so you get the whole point. We shall replace the studies of ancient history with the studies of the program of the future. We shall erase from the memory of men all facts of previous centuries, which are undesirable to us, and leave only those which depict all the errors of the government of the Goyim. Protocol 16, paragraph 4. So, unlike they've said throughout history, which again I brought up for different reasons, they wanted us to learn history not to repeat itself, which again I call BS because it's all it's done is repeat itself. That hasn't worked for them as they thought it would. Not to the fullest extent. So now they want to wipe out all history and all knowledge of the past or anything good in our lives, and only teach us what they want us to know because they want full mind control. See, there's too much error for us to have our own thoughts in the way they've been doing it. So they have to take everything from us and all of our memories. And eventually they'll program us to be exactly what they want. Again, slaves. I don't care, and I'm kind of a little bit still confused. In the beginning of this year, there was somebody, and I don't want to bring it into it yet, but I'm sure most people will know, that I looked into the government and said, hey, maybe. I had like a, I don't know, 80-20, 90-10. And I see that there was some good stuff done, but I wonder if it's just a plot. Because at the end, it's still somebody wanting that one government, which is a plan of these people's. Maybe they want the same thing, but in different aspects. I don't know. It could just be the same way of ruling, but in different ways, just like it is now. You know, everybody has rulers in their own countries, but they rule in different ways. So maybe this is supposed to be like a positive way of what these sick people would do negatively. But I don't care. There's still a distrust there a little bit. And I would like to know more. Because, again, anybody that has so much as these people have and are connected in so many ways, is it a trick like the Bible tells us? Don't fall for the fake prophet. And then the general will step in. Is he the fake prophet? Or was Obama? And who's the general? Is the one who's trying to say he's helping us to save us the real general? Or is it the cabal? This is where I want us to talk. Because I still have doubts in certain people. But I know exactly who's behind it all. But I want to be able to talk to you guys about this. This is something that really needs to be looked into more and deeper, not just by somebody's feelings on the, again, blanking out, documentary. You know, this documentary that I'm going by and some of the studying and looking into history that I've done, I already see everything. I just want to see the players more clearly. And Janet, God bless her for everything she's done and all the research and time she's put into this and so on. I give her so much credit. I am so in awe with her. I know what she has seen like we have and looked into, and she has a little more information in other ways than we do. And I need to be able to dig a little deeper, but for me to do that, I got to finish this. But are our helpers deceiving us? Are our helpers really helping? Are our helpers trying to just get the control? Maybe they do want the cabal out the way, but they want their own kind of control. Is it a righteous control? Or is it just another bad situation with another person who will show his true colors once he gets control? This is where we need to understand, no matter what happens, we the citizens have rights and powers. And nobody is going to take that from us. Not the helpers, not the ones trying to take control, not any of them. But we, united, cannot be taken down. So we need to get and stay united. Don't let these fools, these evil fools, trick you and turn you from what is right. And don't let them take anything from you. You have rights. And a lot of this that's been going on here in America is illegal. I'm sure everywhere. But I say America because that's where we are. But everywhere, there's tons of illegal stuff. Nobody has the right over you or your body or your mind or your rights. Those constitutional rights, even though they're trying to alter them, are never legally allowed to be altered for the reason of government stealing people's rights or kings and queens or people like Hitler or so on. It was made so nobody could steal your rights ever again. But you have to not allow them. You have to know your rights. You have to be able to stand up for your rights. So if I have to start a study group on my channel for people who don't know how to defend themselves, who don't know their rights, by God, I will. Just let me know what you need. And what I need is for you guys to be here and to start participating. And we could put so much together to help everyone out. The knowing ones, the non-knowing ones, the ones that are a little confused, the ones who still have doubts like I do. We all need to get together and figure it out. Stop ignoring it, because this is coming way too fast for you to put the brakes on. And if you know nothing, not ever learn nothing. And if you're almost there, you need to keep pushing through. We need to make sure by the time we come through the other side that we are all okay and protected and we have each other's backs. I don't care what color you are, where you're from, who you are, what religion you follow, or anything else, because none of that freaking matters. We all came from the same place and the same people. So I don't give a crap about any of the other stuff. And neither should anybody else. The only hate and anger you've learned is through these government people. And you have to let that go, because it's all bullshit and brainwashing. Excuse my French. So realize that. Get with our, I'm hoping my group, But any group, and I don't know many of them out there that actually do what I do and get on here and talk about this stuff. They'll play videos and whatever, and you can go through and learn your stuff, and that's great. But I want to connect everybody. So please come on here and connect with me. Connect with other people. This is a connection point before they take our connections. Or try to. And they have many times before. And I'm sure they will again. As you can see from everything I just read you. That their intent is to take everything from you. Is that what's going to make you happy? Is that going to put safety in your mind for you and your family, or when you pass on your kids and grandkids and the rest of your generations yet to come? Should they live in fear and misery and humiliation and death and brutally assaulted and whatever else they plan on doing to these people? Should they be left like that just because you're not here to see it anymore? No. We got to protect them while we're here, and we got to protect them when we're gone. And this is our time. This is our generation. And it's time to stand up and fight. I don't care if you're 18 to ready to put your one foot in the grave. Anybody between those ages, we need to be protecting our families. And not against other innocent military people or other innocent citizens, but against the corrupt government and the ones looking to take control. It's time. The time is now. The time is here. And I am going to leave you at that. I hope that I remember where I left off, because I've gone into my little raging rant because I just don't get it. And I don't get why people want to live and be in denial instead of reality and fixing what needs to be fixed and fighting for what we need to be fighting for. Because right now is the time. Right now is the most important time in humanity. And everybody who's been here knew it was coming. You should have been teaching your kids. You should have been raising them. All my kids are into this. They're all paying attention. They're all ready. Okay? You should have been ready. And the time is here and now. Nobody knew when it was coming before. We didn't know if it was coming later, then this, now, then. It's here. Okay? I just kept paying attention and paying attention and paying attention to make sure if it's during my lifetime, I was ready. If you're not ready, let's get ready. There's no putting you down. Let's just get ready. I don't care. I'm not here to be mean or point fingers or pick on anybody. But right now, jump in. Hit me in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a like. Subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on Facebook. Send me some messages. Any way you want to contact me. My email's in here. Let's get this study group going on what needs to be done, what we need to be discussing, what we need to be setting up, what we need to do to get our normal lives back the way they should have been, that nobody's ever seen. Because the government's been controlling it since the time we were supposed to have normal lives. And unfortunately, we never got to. And they've been just corrupting it ever since. So now it's time to get back what they have taken from us. Join, subscribe, watch my videos, thumbs up them. Please, I need that right now to keep growing. I need your subscriptions so we can keep growing. I want to start my lives. I've been wanting to start them, but I need you guys to subscribe to do so. I need to know that I'm getting on here to talk to people and that you're going to participate. We need to get ready for what is coming because it's already here. So please, I'm begging you, jump on here before it's too late. Get in touch with me in the comments or email or whatever. Let's get this group started and let's get talking. Not just the videos of what I'm putting out and the information. I'd rather be on here going over all this with you and learning what we need to, be doing. and sharing information that's very important. Okay, I'm getting too close to the time that I gotta, shut this down. So again, please subscribe. Please tell your friends, your family, whoever. Get in here with me. Let's start the lives. Let's start talking. We got to share information. We've got to discuss all of this. And let's get moving. I mean, I'm not even halfway through this document or the sequel of the documentary. And you can already see where it's going. So even if I don't have to finish it, we can jump in and finish it together. We can jump in and watch it and come back and talk about it together. We can just study. I don't care. The point is, I'm trying to get something out there to grab you guys and pull you in to start this work that we need to do to get our rights back and our America back. So again, subscribe, join, and let me know what our next step is. All right, guys, I love you. Have a great night. Take care. I hope I'm more with it tomorrow. It's been a really rough couple days, and I don't think, like I said, between yesterday's video telling you what I've had to deal with and being sick and some other issues on top of it, I've just been completely out of it. And I apologize, but at least I try to make you guys have a good time while we're on here. So I hope it's worth it. Have a great night. I love you guys. I'll see you on my next video. Good night. God bless.